Oh boy, very powdery. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're scented. They are scented. They are scented. Swirling is definitely worse. Swirling is worse. Hey everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be my review of the brand new Physicians Formula Butter Cheat Day Bronzers. If you didn't know, Physicians Formula just came out with 4 new bronzers. These are so hard to find. I don't even know if they're like officially available online yet, but they are so cute. I know it's hard to see because of the lighting, but I'll try to do close-ups so that you guys can see the product really well. But yeah, I saw these on Instagram and I knew that I needed them. The post that I originally saw said that they were coming soon. So, you know, a few days went by, I decided to randomly look them up on the Ulta website and I saw them there. But when I clicked on each and every bronzer, every single one said it was out of stock. So I don't know if they launched and then sold out so fast, or if they're just like a coming soon type thing and for some reason it says out of stock. But on the Physicians Formula website, it also says coming soon for all 4 of these bronzers. These are supposed to be exclusive to Ulta and then the Physicians Formula website. And yes. So I guess I didn't explain how I got them, but I checked the store availability. There's a button on the Ulta website and you can like check like curbside pickup / store availability or whatever. And every single one said that it was in stock at my local Ulta, but they were unavailable for the curbside pickup / like online order situation. So I physically had to go into the store hoping that they had these bronzers, and luckily they did. They had a whole display over where the rest of the Physicians Formula products are, and it was completely full. Not a single bronzer was missing from it. So I don't know if like they just put it out and I just happened to like think about it at the perfect time, but I bought all 4 bronzers. We're gonna be trying these out today. I'm gonna have to redo my makeup a few times. I don't know if I already said that or not, but I want you guys to see these bronzers in action. We'll see if you can tell a difference between the bronzers, and I'm also going to be comparing them to the original butter bronzer as well as their newer matte butter bronzer. Sorry for the long rambly intro, but if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So starting off with the original butter bronzer, this is a cult favorite here on YouTube. Everybody loves this bronzer. I actually didn't love it when I first started using it, but the more I used it, the more I fell in love, and now I freaking love this bronzer. It is scented. Not the biggest fan of the scent. So many people love it. It's kind of like a tropical coconut scent. But for some reason, I'm just not the biggest fan. I don't know. It doesn't bother me too much though. But this is the original butter bronzer in the shade Bronzer. I know they have a few different shades of this original formula, but I just have the like OG bronzer shade. And then I have the matte bronzer. This one is in the shade Matte Bronzer. I'm not sure if they have multiple shades of this. I think they do have a few different shades, but these are the 2 that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh my god. That car was so loud. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these so that you can see how they look on my skin tone, how they blend, and this is just gonna be like our control group, basically. I also want to apply all of the bronzers with the same type of brush. So I'm gonna be using the F4 from Blinged Brushes. I have 2 from the silver set, and then I have 2 from the rose gold set. But I only have 4, so I'm gonna use these 4 for the new shades, and for the OG shades, we are just gonna use the Morphe, what are these even called? E4. These are like a very similar style brush. It's basically just an angled brush. So this way we can keep things as consistent as possible. I'm gonna use these 2 for the pre-existing bronzers, and then these ones for the new shades. And just for reference, I do have neutral undertones, and I would consider my skin to be in the light range, so I thought I would just give you a couple of my foundation shades. So today I'm wearing the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation in the shade 17.5N. Another foundation that matches me really well is the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. This is in 30 Light. So starting off with the original butter bronzer, I'm going in with the E4 from Morphe, and I'm just gonna apply this how I normally would. I'll kind of like fast forward this part because you know, this isn't the new stuff, but I do want to give you guys a good reference if you guys are familiar with these shades. So here is the original butter bronzer. I applied it to this side of my face. I'm gonna put the matte one on the other side. So I'll do like 2 bronzers at a time, but it's really pretty. I personally love the color. It's not too orangey, it's not too cool toned. It's actually like right in the middle. Absolutely perfect. I love this bronzer so much. Now we will go ahead and move on to the matte bronzer. I don't know how you pronounce the second word in this name. It's M-O-N-O-I. I don't know. I just call this the matte butter bronzer. So we're gonna go in with a fresh brush and apply this to this side. So it looks a little bit odd with just bronzer on, no blush, highlighter, or anything like that, but here are the 2 bronzers. They look pretty similar on the skin, honestly. Like color-wise, they look very, very similar. The butter bronzer does have a little bit of a sheen to it. I would call it like a satin finish. And then the matte bronzer definitely has a more matte finish. But as far as color goes, I think they look very similar. They both suit my skin tone really well, and I'm a huge fan of both. I am back with a fresh face of makeup. I used all of the same products that I did the first time, and I'm going to do the same when we try the last 2 bronzers. But I did want to quickly mention that on the Physicians Formula website, which I will have these linked down below even though they're technically not available online right now, they are priced at $15.99 each, but on the Ulta website they are originally priced at $12.99 each. And on top of that, it says that they're all on sale right now for $9.09, but it doesn't matter because they all say that they're out of stock right now, so I'm kind of confused on the price. Let me see if I can find my receipt and see how much I paid for them. Okay, I have my receipt here. Oh, I got them on sale. Okay, so they say originally $12.99, but they're 30% off right now, so $9.09 is how much I paid for each. That's super cool. I don't know if you guys will be able to read that, but I thought I would pop it up there just in case. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's go in with the Butter Coffee Bronzer. This one is in the shade Latte. Here is what the packaging looks like. So it says on the back here that it may be worn alone or over makeup. Using applicator, swirl the shades together and glide over face and neck for a natural looking tan glow. And then you can also like contour, which is kind of what I'm doing. I'm like bronzing and contouring at the same time. That's typically what I always do. So here is Latte. I'm trying to get it so the ring light isn't like reflecting off. The packaging is so cute, like so freaking cute. And here is the design in the pan. It looks like a little latte. I think that is so adorable. Let's try this out. We're gonna go ahead and use the F4 from the Rose Gold collection from Blinged Brushes. You can use code PAIGE for 10% off. And let's test it out. I'm so excited. I'm just gonna, oh boy, very powdery. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but I just lightly swirled. Very powdery. Like, let's see if we can, whoo, that was a lot of product. So I'm actually just gonna kind of like tap around. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're scented. They are scented. They are scented. This smells like coffee. It smells so freaking good. I don't drink coffee, but I love the smell of coffee. This just became 10 times better. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna kind of tap my brush on the back of my hand just to make sure that the bronzer is fully coated on the brush. And let's apply. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So far, the color looks beautiful. Definitely something wearable for my skin tone. This smells so good. I cannot wait to smell the other ones. Holy crap. It's blending out beautifully. Very similar formula, if not the same formula as the original butter bronzer. It definitely, I don't know. It looks like it has a tiny bit of a sheen, maybe not quite as much as the original butter bronzer, but definitely more than the matte one. Look at that. Oh my god, I am so excited. I was excited because they were cute, but the fact that they're scented and this shade is so beautiful, I'm so excited. Wow, what a hit. Woo! They are very powdery though, so keep that in mind. These products also do come with a little mirror and like brush, but I literally never use those. The packaging is quite bulky, but it's the same as, you know, their original butter bronzer. So if you know that packaging, same thing here. It doesn't bother me too much. It takes up a lot of space, but like, it's cute, and I feel like it's iconic for Physicians Formula to have packaging like this. 10 out of 10. Honestly, 10 out of 10. My skin looks so good. It smells so good. I love it. Also, color-wise, I feel like it's a pinch warmer than the original butter bronzer, but it's still not like orange or like too red undertone. It's beautiful. Okay, next let's do Cookie. Here's what the Cookie bronzer looks like. So cute. This one has a little pink dot in the center, so I'm kind of interested in this. This is in the scent Sugar. I mean the scent flavor shade Sugar. Here is what the Butter Cookie bronzer looks like. Again, the packaging gets a 10 out of 10. This one is like a blush and bronzer duo, and on the back of the packaging I noticed that it says glide bronzer over face and neck for a natural looking tan glow, and sweep blush over cheeks for a pop of color. So the blush looks very small. So I don't know like how practical that is for like a blush and bronzer type situation, but I'm gonna try to work around and just grab the bronzer. This one is also scented. It basically smells like sweet, like sugar. It's, you know, I guess it's like a sugar cookie, and I feel like that's if you sniffed a sugar cookie, which I don't really do too often. I think that's what this would smell like. It's delicious. It's not quite as strong as the coffee scent though, and the coffee scent was like not overpoweringly like burnt coffee smell. It was a very pleasant, like sweet latte scented bronzer. Like it smelled like it would actually taste really good. So let's go ahead and dip in. I am using a new brush. This is the dirty one here. This is the new one. And I'm just gonna kind of like tap around the blush a little bit. Again, very powdery. A lot of product is kicking up. I am just taking the brush and tapping it on the back of my hand like before to evenly coat the brush, and let's get to blending. So here is where we're seeing like the biggest difference in any of the products. The shade of this is very warm. It's definitely pulling a little bit orange on my skin tone. It's, I don't think, the most flattering color, but it is really pretty. I don't think it's unwearable. Like I could definitely wear this. I just think it would look a little bit better on me if I had a slightly deeper tan, like just like a little bit. Maybe it would be more flattering, but it's still really pretty. Definitely more orangey though than the coffee one. The coffee one is like my favorite so far. Like out of all of them, I love the coffee one. We also have a little blush here, which I realized I didn't like swatch. So let me swatch this blush. It kind of, no, okay, I thought it was gonna be an overspray, but it's definitely not. It almost looks like it is. But it's a really pretty like pinky kind of color. It has a little bit of a glow, sort of like a satiny finish. That's the swatch right there. Let's see if I can even get a brush small enough to apply that as blush. We're gonna just try the F5. This is like a rounded kind of domed powder brush, and I'm just gonna try to tap right in the center. Woo! There's lots of kick up in the pan, but it's really pretty. So let's just kind of apply that as a blush and see. Woo, look at that. Holy crap, that's actually really pretty. Very pigmented and easy to blend. I'm gonna apply it on this side as well, just to even things out. It has like a nice glow to it, almost like a golden like shift. So here we have the two bronzers along with the same blush on both sides. So we have the coffee bronzer, 10 out of 10. I love this one so much, so much. And then this side doesn't look quite as good in my opinion. It's not like my favorite, but that's just straight up personal preference. Like I just don't prefer this color as much, but this one is the butter cookie on this side. Now I'm going to redo my face and makeup again, and we are going to try out the last two, which are butter cake and butter donut. Okay guys, we are back for the final two bronzers. We have the butter donut bronzer and the butter cake bronzer. I waited on these two to go last because this one has shimmer in it, like a whole stripe of shimmer, and that makes me nervous. And then this one has sprinkles. Again, I can't tell if they're like an overspray or not, so we will find out. I'm also gonna do swatches on the back of my hand at the end, just so you guys can see like swatch comparisons of everything. But let's go ahead and try these out. I guess we will do the donut one next. Here is the packaging of the donut bronzer. Again, so freaking cute. I think like the packaging of this one, no, I was gonna say this one was gonna be my favorite, but I like that the coffee one is pink. Honestly, the packaging on all of them is so freaking cute. So this is in sprinkles. This is the name of the shade. Here is a close-up of the packaging, so cute. And then here we have the bronzer. So you can see the little sprinkles. There's like little pink and green. I think it's an overspray. Like I'm 99% sure that this is an overspray. So now we're gonna go into our silver brushes, right? Yeah, silver. We have two clean silver F4 brushes. So let's swirl. This one says to swirl. Very powdery. And just after a couple of swirls, you guys can see that the sprinkles are completely gone and there is so much kick up in the pan. So the directions say swirl. I honestly would say don't swirl. I would say tap around like this, like, you know, this to be the least disturbing to the product, because oh boy is there kick up. All right, let's test her out. We're putting the butter donut on this side here. Oh, I forgot to smell it. Delicious, absolutely delicious. It's really sweet. It's similar to the sugar cookie. This one's actually stronger than the sugar cookie. It smells a little bit different, but oh my god, that smells so good. Like I would literally buy these just to smell them. They're so yummy. If you don't like scented makeup, you will probably hate these bronzers, but I don't mind scented products. I think it can add like fun to the makeup process. So here we have the butter donut bronzer. This one's actually kind of light. Like it definitely shows up on my skin, but I feel like it's not as like pigmented or intense as some of the other ones that I applied. It blends out really well. It has a nice undertone, I would say. It's more of like a neutral bronzer, not too warm, not too cool, but it is a little bit lighter in pigmentation. I think it looks really natural and pretty. Definitely something that I could see myself wearing. Absolutely beautiful. I just wish there wasn't like this much kick up. Like, do you guys see that? Like that's a lot. Like a lot. So yeah, there we have butter donut. Super pretty. Now let's move on to butter cake, which is the last one. Again, here is the packaging. Super cute. I love how there's like icing around the edge of the bronzer, like a real cake. And this one is actually in the shade chocolate. So I wonder if it's chocolate scented. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I'm gonna tap the brush in to see if I can get a little bit more of the scent. But here is the packaging, so cute, and here's the bronzer. So this one has a shimmery strip, there is a little bit of a deeper strip, we've got like a lighter, lots of different colors. So this one is definitely gonna be a swirl situation. We've got our clean brush, and man, even just like tapping in does create a lot of kick up. Like I'm not even gonna like cut the video, and you can see how much kick up occurred in that amount of time, that amount of taps. So, and that was just me lightly tapping it thinking that would help with the kick up, but maybe not. Swirling is definitely worse. Swirling is worse, but tapping still created a lot of kick up. So I'm going to apply the Butter Cake bronzer to this side. This is deep. This is definitely the deepest bronzer that we've seen so far. This isn't, I can tell you that this is not gonna look normal on me, but still gonna apply it and see how it blends and stuff. Okay, so here we have the Butter Cake bronzer. Definitely the deepest by far. I really tried to apply very little product so that it would be a little more sheer on my skin tone, but this is definitely the one you're gonna want if you do have like a medium to deep skin tone. This is the deepest one of all of them. I like don't love this color. It's a little bit red on my skin, I feel like. So I don't think it flatters me very well, but I don't think it's necessarily supposed to. So again, like I'm happy that 3 of the 4 bronzers work for me, but this one is definitely intended for a deeper skin tone. Oh, this smells so good. It smells like a cake donut, like a powdered sugar cake donut. So freaking delicious. I love that they're scented. I know I've said that so many times, but here we have the Butter Donut bronzer and the Butter Cake. This is the only one that I would say, like, if you have a similar skin tone to me, probably won't work very well for you, at least in my opinion. But if you do have more of a deep skin tone, I think this would be so pretty. And again, this is like super sheared out. If I would have applied this one like I applied this one, it would be a lot deeper and a lot more intense. I really tried to make it work for me. So yeah, those are all of the bronzers. Let me clean off the back of my hand and do swatches for you guys. All right, you guys, so here are the swatches. So they do look very similar, at least some of them look very similar in the swatches. I think the differences in some of those similar shades are the finish that you get. So this top one here is the original butter bronzer. The second one is the matte butter bronzer. They are similar shades, but they're not quite the same. The matte one definitely has more like a yellowy undertone, and it's a little bit more pigmented. The next one we have, I did it in order, so this one is the coffee one. This one has a pretty decent glow. I would say it has more of a glow than the butter bronzer. It actually looks like the like cream part of the latte is not shimmery, but it's pretty like shiny. So that definitely gives the bronzer a nice glowy finish. The fourth one here is the cookie bronzer. This one is a little bit more orangey, a little more warm toned. And then I swatched the blush, which is a pink blush, but it has like a gold glitter, like a gold shimmer to it. So it's almost like how the NARS Orgasm blush is. There's like that golden shift. This one's not quite as like chunky of a shimmer, but there is a little bit of a gold shimmer there. This one here is the Butter Donut bronzer. This is definitely the most cool toned. It is more of like, you can see a little more of that grayish kind of undertone to it, but it is pretty light. And then this bottom one here is obviously the deepest, and this one is the Butter Cake bronzer. You can tell that it does have a bit of a red undertone, so keep that in mind. But there are the bronzers. They are so pretty. If I had to say like which one is my favorite, I would say of the new 4 ones, I feel like the butter bronzer is like a classic, like the OG one. That's always gonna be an amazing bronzer. The matte one is also fantastic. I think I don't know which one I prefer. Maybe the original, maybe. I would say the original just because I like the look of a satin bronzer. So I would say out of those two, the original is probably my favorite. But of the new 4, my favorite is definitely the coffee. 10 out of 10. This is the best one in my opinion for me. My least favorite would have to be the cake, just because the shade just doesn't suit me very well. So that one I would put in last. Next I would put maybe the donut in second. So coffee first place, donut second place, cookie gets third place. This one is really pretty. It's just a little bit warmer than I would like. And then the cake one will be in 4th for me personally. They all smell incredible. They literally all smell so good. The coffee one is definitely the most like on point as far as scent goes. Like, it smells like coffee, and obviously it's the butter coffee bronzer. So this one is my favorite. It is so good. I think these are so fun, and I can't wait to see other people's thoughts on the products, because I tried to look up and see if there were any other reviews on YouTube, and I saw nothing, literally nothing. I saw a lot of reviews of this bronzer when this one came out a few months ago. This was like huge news. A lot of butter bronzer reviews, but none of the new ones. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts as well as other people's thoughts who review the products. So yeah, that was today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Let me know which one you guys are most excited for. Do you plan on picking any of these up? What are your thoughts? And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it from me. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.